Okay, class, today we're going to talk about photosynthesis. So let me write that on the board. Okay, so photosynthesis is the process where a plant will make its own food for energy. And so I'm going to draw you guys a diagram on the board so you can better comprehend what it is. So we're going to start off with a sun. And then I'm also going to draw a plant, and I'll draw a flower. Okay, so during photosynthesis, the sun is going to give off energy to the plant. So I'm going to draw an arrow and then label it energy. So the plant is going to absorb two things. It's going to absorb carbon dioxide, which is CO2, and it's also going to absorb water, which is H2O. So for the carbon dioxide, it's going to get absorbed through the stoma of the leaves. So the stoma is on the bottom part of the leaves, and there are small little holes that will absorb the carbon dioxide, and it's also in charge of releasing gases like oxygen. And then the H2O gets absorbed through the roots right here, all of these. And then so it comes up through the xylem, which is like a plant tissue, and it gets absorbed all the way up through the plant, and it brings water and nutrients throughout the whole entire plant. And then there are two things that get released from the plant after it absorbs these two. So it releases glucose, and it also releases oxygen. So the glucose is important because it provides the plant with sugars to be able to survive. And oxygen is also important because that is what humans breathe. And so without plants, we wouldn't be able to breathe. And so there is an equation that goes along with this. So I'm going to write it right here. So we're going to start off with the carbon dioxide. And so the first part of it is carbon dioxide, like I said. So we're going to do 6CO2 plus, and the reason I have the 6 is that's how many molecules of carbon dioxide that we have. And then we're going to add the water, which is going to be 6H2O, which again, that's how many particles are part of the water. And then we're going to draw a line. So this is the process of photosynthesis. And then it's going to release glucose, which is a longer equation. So it's C6H12O6. And then we're going to add the oxygen, which is 6O2. And again, that is how many particles are for the oxygen. And so a couple important features that photosynthesis has is that it provides oxygen for humans to breathe, and it also provides glucose for the plant to have sugars to be able to have it to survive. So another important thing that photosynthesis has is that when the energy from the sun gets absorbed through the plant, it provides it with chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is green pigment, so when you walk past plants, they're always green, and that's why they're green because of the chlorophyll, because it's green pigment. And so there are little cells on the green, or on the chlorophyll, that do all the photosynthesis. So that's very important to know. And things that involve, for photosynthesis to be able to happen, is that it needs to have sun energy. So if there's no sun, then the plant can't do its job with photosynthesis. So if it's in a snowy climate or a cold climate, it cannot do photosynthesis. Another important thing for this is that it needs to be in a warm environment. It goes along with having no sun. So if it's in a cold environment, it can't do its job. If it's in a warm environment, it can do its job because it has the sun that is giving energy to the plant and providing this equation throughout the whole photosynthesis. So that is photosynthesis for you guys.